Shabbat shalom, friends. Que pasa? Buenos dias. Aloha. How's everyone doing out there in the world? Hope everyone's having a good Sabbath here. It's Saturday. Just want to say, hey, let's spread some love today a little bit. I want to share a little scripture with everybody. We're at Matthew chapter 5, verse 43. And this is Christ speaking. It says, "You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemies." Christ, at this point here, he's quoting Leviticus 19:18. And that's what the old law said, was to hate the enemy. Okay? But Christ came, he brought a new law of love, mercy, and forgiveness. He says, "But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who hate you. Pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you." Brothers and sisters, that's what we need to be doing in this time. Be praying for Trump, knowing that our Father is at work in all of that. Matthew 22:7, it says, Christ, our God, sends out his armies to do his dirty work. All right? It says, "But when the king heard about it, he was furious and sent out his armies, destroyed those murderers, and burned up their city." So just remember, brothers and sisters, that our Father is always at work. He's letting the chemtrails partake and all those things. Those agendas are being done. All right, we're going back to Matthew 5, verse 45. It says, "That you may be sons of your Father in heaven, for he makes his sun, the sunshine, rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the just and the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you get?" What he's saying there, if you only are nice to those people that are nice to you, there's no reward. The common folks do that. It says, "Do not even the tax collectors do the same?" And it says, "If you greet your brethren only, what do you do more than others? Do not even the tax collectors do so?" But then he goes on to tell us that it says, "We shall be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect." And that's through love. We have to love what's going on. Pray for them. Okay, brothers and sisters, quit focusing on them and focus on how keep every thought captive, because each thought is persuaded by a spirit. All right, brothers and sisters. So that is the message of love right there. All right, but what is love? A lot of people have forgotten what simply love is. But we'll share in the scripture. And remember, reading is a luxury. Not everybody in the world can read. Take a 4-year-old kid, ask him, "Hey, who's your enemy?" The little kid's going to be like, "What is an enemy?" Because they don't know unless we teach them. Okay? And it says, Paul is speaking the greatest gift right here in 1 Corinthians 13. He says, "If I speak in tongues of men and angels, but have not love, I'm become a sounding brass or clanging cymbal." And it says, "If he has the gift of prophecy, of the word, and he understands all the mystery and knowledge of the word," the scripture, he says, "and though I have all faith that he could move mountains, bring people back from the dead. But if he has not love, he is nothing." Verse 3, "And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor and give my body to be burned up for the law," what he's talking about, but have not love, it profits him nothing." Because remember what we just discussed in Matthew 5. "So love suffers long, it is kind, it does not envy, it's not puffed up, it's not boastful, prideful. It doesn't behave rudely, does not seek its own." And that's where we are, brothers and sisters. Everybody's lovers of themselves anymore, and not their brethren. It says, they think no evil. They do not rejoice in iniquities, but in the truth. They bear all things, and they believe all things. They hope all things, and brothers and sisters, we endure all things. It says, love never fails. Okay, prophecies will fail. All right? Isn't that? Tongues, they will cease. There is knowledge. Knowledge will vanish away. Everything we know, it's really nothing that we do know. Okay? So, brothers and sisters, abide in faith, hope, and love, the love of one another, for our enemies, and for the whole world. And it's a time where we all have to pray for the whole world. So brothers and sisters, we just want to come to that, get down on our knees. You don't even have to do that. Don't get religious about it. But if this book divides you from your brother, throw it away. It's garbage. Throw it away and teach it like you don't even know how to read. That's where learning the love of God is. Okay, brothers and sisters? So much love. Peace in. Know you're loved out there in the world.